come up, but at the end, which is the closing, everybody's happy and it all works out. So those are just some of the things I wanted to touch on. Keisha, is there anything else you may want me to touch on?
Well, you touched about the down payment. Can you kind of let them know, like, what's the difference in, like, their credit scores?
Yes. For instance, I mentioned the 580, and actually I want to mention a no score. If you're a person that just doesn't have credit, like as far as auto loans and things like that, but you do have rent and utilities that you pay every month on time, we can use that and do a loan with that. So what that is you have to have 3 to 4 trade lines of something that you're paying on every month that you have not been late on, and we can do a no score loan. Now I want to touch on the 580. 580 is an FHA loan that we can do, but again, you can't have any issues in the last 12 months. Underwriters look at if you're having issues within the last year, then you're not ready to purchase a home. But it could be that you have a 580 because you just don't have a whole lot of credit. You just have one installment account and that's it. So therefore, you don't have that much that will help you build your credit. But then we have our conventional loans, which is if you have a higher credit score of 680 and above, then with that type of loan, then it's a better interest rate and you can put less down. And also you may be eligible to not have what they call mortgage insurance premium. And that protects the lender in case you're late. In case you foreclose on your home, then that insurance would take care of that. So the goal would be if you can get your score at least a 640, because then you're going to have a better interest rate. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Terry.
Thank you.
So once Miss Terry can get you pre-approved for that loan, and then she sends you back to me. Yay!
Yay.
So we get your credit done, we get you pre-approved, and then we get to do the fun. See, I get the fun part. I get to go out and show the houses. So, and sometimes I get a little jealous because some of these houses look better than my own. So, and like she said, that's why we're in the business, because when I had, the opportunity to get approved and purchase my own home, I do understand it is a very scary situation. Even with us being realtors and being lenders, we still have to go. We don't get we don't get nothing special. Like, we have to go through the same process. We got to get our credit together. We have to get pre-approved. And then we have to go search for houses. Since I was a realtor, I didn't get to go out there and be like, well, you know what? I'm a realtor. You're going to give me this house. I went through the same thing. I had bids and I lost some, and I was heartbroken. I ain't going to lie. But sometimes you got to be careful what you pray for, because what I did, I told God, I said, look, I'm tired of moving. I want my kids to go to the same school. And the houses that I was looking at, they wasn't in the location of the school and this and that. So actually, when I seen the house that I'm in now, I knew that was my house. It was like my kids could walk to school in 15, 20 minutes. And that's the main thing that I wanted. Everybody had their own room. So I knew it was perfect, and I thank God that it worked out. Got a good deal on it, too.
I always love that.
So that's the good thing about owning a home, because you, like, if you get a house for $150,000, majority of the time it's going to appreciate. I bought my house, I believe, for like $87,000. It was on a short sale, and at the time it was worth about $130,000. Now it's worth about between $165,000 and $180,000.
That's great.
and I can take that and refinance and take some money out if I needed to. That's the good thing about being a homeowner. So after you get pre-approved, you come see me, and what I'll do is we'll sit down and talk, because the more I get to know you and your needs and your wants, the better I can help you. Sometimes I can find homes that aren't even on the market yet, just because of the resources that I have with investors, the realtors, lenders, and just people in general. So once we, sit down and talk, also, like, say for instance, you talk to Miss Terry, and she'd be like, well, I can pre-approve you for $200,000. Now, what, I know you don't have it in front of you, but about how much of a mortgage is that?
Depending on the area too, with your taxes and insurance, then you could be looking at around $1,600.
Okay. So say for instance, Miss Terry says, well, you're pre-approved for $200,000, but with your type of lifestyle, you like to go on vacations, your kids are in activities, and trust me, I understand that is a bill within itself. You want to make sure that you don't be house poor. So if you get pre-approved for $200,000 and $1,600 is way out of bounds for you, and you be like, well, I want to stay in the $100,000 range. I mean, not $100,000. I'm sorry, $1,000 range. Now, how much house? Like, I know you can't, cause but like a guesstimation, how much could they say, like
$150?
$150. So, so what we'll do, instead of looking in the $200,000 range, if you're comfortable with paying $1,000, then I always recommend let's look at that $150 instead of that $200,000. That's how I came up with house to home realtors, because you can always make a house your own home. You don't want to be house poor and have to get a second job, especially if you're married, because it can cause quite a bit of it can become very stressful, and you don't want that in the home. You want to be able to enjoy it. You want to be able to get up in the morning and be like, well, this is my home, and you have a reason, this is your motivation to go to work sometimes. So that's the main thing that we most definitely want to do, is stay in the price range to where you're comfortable. Now, a lot of times, what I really want to emphasize about is your price range. Like, you might want a 3-bedroom with 3 baths and a finished basement, and you want to be out east. Well, I can tell you right now, you're not going to be out east unless probably the roof or something is caving in at that price. So we will most definitely talk about that. Sometimes you have to, just be a little realistic of what you're looking for, and stay in your price range. You might can get everything you want and might have to do a little painting yourself, or wait down the line and get that extra bathroom. So just remember, you can always turn any house into a home.
That's true.
So all right, well, now we're going to talk a little bit, this is a little bit off the subject, but I am going to say the secret word today is credit repair. So I did post on Facebook that anyone that was listening to post on my page the secret word. So the secret word is credit repair. And what you will receive is your first month of credit repair on me.
Wow, that is awesome.
So, yes.
No, seriously.
Yes. So if you need credit repair, someone, most definitely let them know. Post it on my page. And the first person to actually post is going to be the person to get that free credit repair. So, all right. Well, we're going to keep going. Miss Candace, she has a very good, successful program called Ladies First. And she also got the mini version for the teens. So I'm going to let her talk about her program. And it's really beneficial. It really ties into home ownership, believe it or not, because you have to be mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually ready. Exactly. And this empowerment will most definitely help you get there.
Yes, thank you, Miss Keisha.
You're so welcome.
Yes, I have a women's empowerment group called First Ladies, and I created it less than a year ago because I know we as women, we need to come together and we need to empower one another. Whether you need just sisterhood, just having a discussion about whatever. I've had women contact me about divorce. I've had women contact me about finances, purchasing a home. Of course, I call Miss Keisha for that. But the good part is I will be teaming up with Miss Keisha with House to Home because I am a real estate agent with my license in escrow. So we will be the dream team.
We are the dream. We are claiming.
Team. Me, Miss Terry, and Miss Keisha.
Yes.
But with First Ladies, every 2 months I try to do an event. My event is, of course, building a woman up from head to toe. So I know financially, we as women, especially single moms, we struggle. We struggle a lot of times because we are the ones that make things happen. And the ultimate goal for every woman, including myself, is to own your own home. You need to own your own home. You need to have, I say, a legacy, something that you can give to your children. So I will be having some events. I will be having posts about the event in February that we're doing. It's health, fitness, that's the same thing. Health, wealth, and as far as your mental health as well. So Keisha, I will be contacting her. And then also, as far as in real estate, I've been in property management for 22 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. But if you are a renter, do not get deterred. You not think, oh my God, like I'm renting an apartment. I'm never going to get out of here. I'm never going to get my credit where it needs to be. Well, that's when you call me. You call me, and then I'll send you over to Miss Keisha, and we will get you together. I promise you that.
We'll tag team.
We will tag team, and then Miss Terry will get you approved, and then we'll just go take you right on out there and show you your home. But there's 3 things that I do want to share. When you are looking to purchase a home, you just need to ask 3 qualifying questions. Is what are you looking for? What's your price range, and then what's your criteria as far as a home and location? And we will tap into that. I think that we are just running out a little bit of time, but we will talk to you here very soon on our next segment.
Yes, next Sunday at 9:30. So if you have any questions, please call me 502-416-5628, and I can get you in contact with Miss Terry or Miss Candace if you're needing to get pre-approved. I want to know more about the program, or if we need to sit down and do a one-on-one consultation. We really thank you and appreciate you for listening.